Hello everyone. Today in this video we will talk about comparison operator, and therefore let's get started. Every comparison returns a single true or false. For example, if you want to check and that whether 5 is greater than 3, then obviously it should return true because 5 is greater than 3. In the same way, if you want to check that 5 is greater than or equal to 5, then that will also return true because as we know that it's pretty obvious that 5 is greater than or equal to 5. Similarly, if we want to check that 2 is less than 7, then we will return true. The next comparison operator is this double equal to sign. Is that if the two numbers are equal to each other, then it should return true, otherwise false. For example, if I run this code where it's saying 2 double equal to 3, then it should return false. But if I just for the sake of demonstration, if I write 2 double equal to 2, then it should return true because obviously the 2 is equal to true. Now, another comparison operator is that exclamation mark with equal to. That means is not. For example, we know that 2 is not equal to 3, therefore it should return true. Uh, Similarly, these comparison operator also work on string. For example, if I say that if I want to ask that whether A is less than B, then it will return true because alphabetically A comes before B. Moving forward, there's an interesting operation where we use the and two types. So in order to demonstrate this, let's assign 5 to A and 8 to B. And if I run it, it's gonna run true, which means that either this so it's going to return true if both of the comparison is true. For example, this is true as well as this is true. If either one of them is false, then it's not going to return um, uh, false. It's not going to return true because both of them are true. Then it's going to return true. But let's take if I say, for example, A has been assigned the value of 5, and if I put this as 10 because one of them is not true, then it should return false. And let's see it returns false. In the same way, we can have this double this straight I do not exactly know what is this called, but if you this operator, which is the OR operator two times, and therefore one of them, either this or this, has to be true if it is if it has returned true. But in this case, this is also not true. This is false because A is 5 and A is definitely not less than 0, and B is greater than 10 is not true because B is 8. Therefore, this should return false and this return false. But in the same way, if I have to if I have modified to A is greater than 0 and B is greater than 10, then it will return true. Okay, so moving forward, there is we have to explain something which is known as is not. And this means is not. For example, if I have this exclamation mark before true, then it is known as is not. So it will be the opposite of true, which means that if I have this Boolean operator which is true, but I put in is not true, then that will return false. In the same way, um, one or the other or both. XOR is another function which is uh, when it is so it is in this line of code, what it is doing is that it is looking for either of the two. If any one of them is true, then it's going to return true, but if both of them are false, then it's definitely going to return false. So it's going to look at the Boolean operators within the given it to as an argument, and if either of the values are true, then it's going to return true. Otherwise, it's going to return false. This is all for this timing. See you in the next video.